Hey guys, welcome back to Sharks Academy, and in today's video I want to share with you the post analysis and the trades that we took yesterday. So right off the bat we have a 4-hour sell side move like this, and when prices mitigates the higher area, the premium level, we expected a run down into this demand area. So when prices break structure, we are looking for a supply zone to work with, right? This is the entire 4-hour supply. We refine it to this 1-hour supply zone over here. Okay, so step 1 and 2 done, right? We have our step 1 bearish bias, we have our step 2 supply zone, and we have our step 3, which is the confirmations. So at this point of time, we're looking for 15 minutes shift, and you can see clearly we have a high, a low, a higher high, higher low, higher high, broke structure over here. So this is a change of character, right? This tells you that prices has the intention to go lower. Right off the bat, we took sells at this buy to sell over here. Can you see? High, low, high, broke structure, taps into a supply, immediately got involved, and it went for the run. You can see almost instantly, right? And it started to deliver bearish order flow. Can you see prices taps in, mitigation, break structure, mitigation, break structure, mitigation, and this should mitigate lower into the liquidity lows over here, which it just did. Alright, and this is just the trade idea for CAD CHF. So next up we have the New Zealand dollar, and you can clearly see that we are in a bearish trend. So how did we catch buys over here? First, prices came back down, give us a change of character. Can you see this high being taken out? It taps into supply zone. What is this supply zone on a bearish market supposed to do? It should create a lower low. Okay, prices went down, failed to create a lower low, gave us a change in character. Can you see over here? It gives you a sideways movement, a consolidation, and accumulation process, liquidation, break structure, demand zone. This is how we got involved in buys over here. Can you see? So now we have 1 hour in our favor. We are 1 hour bullish. Okay, that's our step 1. Step 2, we are looking for S&D zone. So can you see that this is a demand? Right, this is a sell, buy that broke structure. So that is our second step, right? And our third step is to go down to the lower time frame. So can you see clearly again on the 15 minutes we have another shift. Lows, highs, lower low, right? This liquidates the low. Okay, broke structure here. This is where I caught buys, and this is how we were supposed to catch buys. Simply place a buy limit, stop loss, and aim for liquidity highs. This was the initial movement and entry, but I missed this trade, right? So what happens? I went down to the 1 minute time frame to look for a structural shift once again. So can you see at this point of time? Instead of placing a buy limit here, stop loss beneath this level, and aim for the highs, I managed to get a better risk to reward. How is that possible? On the 1 minute, we have a low, right? A high, a lower low, a break of structure. So this is a 1 minute shift, right? With 15 minutes being in my favor, because over here on the 15 minutes time frame, I am bullish. Can you see? Over here on the 15 minutes, I am bullish. I have a sell, buy. This leg is 15 minutes bullish. I can go down to the lower time frame, the 1 minute, to look for a structural shift and trade this 15 minutes range. So similar process, liquidation, break of structure. Taps into this entire demand, right? I was looking for this demand instead, and indeed got tapped in, and this went for a 1:5, right? For my first partials, and I allowed the rest to run towards the trendline liquidity, which didn't meet its target. It's fine, right? I remaining stopped out at break even. So over here we have the euro pound, and you can clearly see that we have a 4-hour supply zone, right? So what is this 4-hour supply zone supposed to do? It's supposed to break structure and create a lower low. Instead, it taps in, reacts, break structure. Now this becomes a flip zone for me to get involved, and clearly we did get involved. On the 15 minutes time frame, you can see lows, highs, lower low. Right, let me just remove all of this for you to be able to see it clearly. So can you see that this is a lower low? Then we have a break of structure towards the upside, right? Over here, leaving behind a demand zone, and this is where we got involved, right? Inside bar, as our POI got involved, smash TP1 over here, right? Because this is the range, this is the break of structure before the pullback. So this is your TP1, right? And then prices starts to deliver lower. So now can you see that on the 4 hours time frame, when prices taps in, react, broke structure. This demand should bring us towards the liquidity highs over here, but instead it failed to do so, right? So what you see over here is the same that is going on over here, right? Prices came back down, failed to make a higher high, and instead reacted, break structure. At this point of time, we're looking for sells. Okay, so can you see where's the reaction point? Taps in, reacts, break structure, supply zone inside of here. I think this was a low time frame, 15 minutes supply. Okay, now we are looking for sells. We have the 15 minutes or the 1 hour in our favor. Okay, if you are strictly a 15 minutes trader in terms of confirmation, then you wouldn't have gotten involved. Why? Because you do not have a change of character over here. But instead, if you are a lower time frame trader or you are adaptive, right, you are going down to the 5 minutes, you can see clearly, again, we have a high, a low, and our next high is over here, right, but didn't create a low. So it doesn't matter. This is the change of character either way, right? Broke here, supply zone. This is the last buy to sell, got involved. And this is how prices make a run or make a run towards this liquidity area, okay? And it's looking towards this area. This is definitely the target, or you can even aim for this over here, right? So if you are catching on to the sells posted on our Discord channel, please look to take profits over here, right? Hey guys, to follow up on the Euro Pound trade, take a look at this. We have a POI, right? Over here, we have highs, lows, highs. Prices taps into demand, reacted, break structure. At this point of time, I place my sell limit over here. Stop loss above the high, right? Because look at this, this is the sell, this is the buy to sell that broke structure. Place a sell limit, stop loss, target liquidity lows over here, and that's about it, right? Look at this trade idea, right? Entry at 414, DP at 357. So it's around here, including spreads after you take entries, and take profit at this level. So do we just blatantly fire 5-minute trade entries? We do not do that, right? Look at the 4 hours. This entire movement came about from this break of structure. Yes, we break towards the upside. We are looking for buys. If I'm looking to buy, where am I looking to buy from? This POI and this POI, right? So in all of these price action, you can actually look to sell, then buy, right? This should be the thought process. You shouldn't be waiting for this demand zone ever since when prices heads into this level, right? When prices break structure, you could have been waiting all the while for prices to tap into your demand before shifting. But you're missing out on the bearish movement that is created moving into this demand. And this demand may not even hold. You may be waiting ever since prices break structure. Takes a few weeks for prices to tap into demand just to fail, right? And that is a lot of emotions, right? So over here, can you see that when prices break structure over here, supply zone, I was looking for a 15-minute shift. I do not have a 15-minute swing, right? And that's why I went on to the 5 minutes. And the only way I would have gotten involved is if I see a demand, right? So if this is a low that has been mitigated, I'm not interested. But if prices creates this flip for me to take an entry, I'll take it.